Hey, I'm Hybrid Joe, and I've transformed my physique from this to this in only 1 year of training. And I've said it a lot in all of my videos, but my favorite training method is hybrid training. And hybrid training is basically training both calisthenics and bodybuilding. And the reason why I love hybrid training so much is because I didn't want to give up bodybuilding, but I also wanted to start calisthenics. Bodybuilding is arguably better for aesthetics, and because I love bodybuilding itself. And I didn't want to give it up. But at the same time, I wanted to learn the calisthenics exercises and moves that those calisthenics athletes do. So I wanted to start calisthenics too. Hybrid training solved this dilemma for me. But there is one criticism that people have about hybrid training, and that is if you train both bodybuilding and calisthenics at the same time, you will slow your progress in both of them. And to that I say that I agree with you. You shouldn't train both simultaneously. Rather, it would be actually better to have seasons where you prioritize one over the other. For example, my main goal right now is muscle hypertrophy, so I'm prioritizing bodybuilding a bit more than I am with calisthenics. And when you get in the mood to learn new skills and moves from calisthenics, you can prioritize calisthenics over bodybuilding. But of course, in calisthenics, there are some muscle groups that can't be hit as well as they can in bodybuilding. For example, the side delts. Most calisthenics shoulder exercises emphasize the front delts, but they rarely target the side delts. For example, pike push-ups, one of the main shoulder exercises for calisthenics, they target the front delts way more than they target the side delts. Not to mention that not everyone can just start calisthenics and do pike push-ups right away. So to solve this, I'd recommend adding lateral raises to your normal calisthenics routine. That's when you're prioritizing calisthenics over bodybuilding. When you're like me and you're prioritizing bodybuilding right now a bit more than calisthenics, replace some bodybuilding exercises that are just as good in calisthenics. For example, lat pull downs, you can replace them with pull-ups. And the difference in hypertrophy between both is very minimal, and that is compensated for full body strength, and you're building up the foundation of calisthenics. You can also do the same with decline bench, which is arguably a useless exercise, and you can replace it with dips. And by doing this, you're training bodybuilding, but at the same time, you're building up the foundation of calisthenics. And there's one important factor we haven't included yet, and that is diet. Of course, when you're switching between these periods of prioritizing this and that, you need to optimize when you're bulking and when you're cutting. And I think the best way to approach this is to bulk while you're prioritizing bodybuilding and to cut while prioritizing calisthenics. The reasoning for this is very simple. The purpose of bulking is to try to maximize muscle hypertrophy. So when you cut down, you keep most of the muscle gained in the bulk. And if we're talking about maximizing hypertrophy, bodybuilding is gonna be better than calisthenics for that job. And for the second reason, that bulk while you're training calisthenics, it will make calisthenics way harder. Because calisthenics is all about bodyweight training, so if you're adding your bodyweight, you're basically adding the resistance or making the moves and the skills you're learning way harder. So cutting down on training calisthenics will make these moves easier to perform, because you're lowering the resistance by lowering your bodyweight. And calisthenics is definitely good enough for maintaining the muscle you've gained from the bulk, and even adding more muscle. This is just what I think works. You should experiment with this yourself to know what works best for you. If this video helps, good luck on your journey.